And after you leave a like, remember to smash the subscribe button if you haven't subscribed to my channel as yet. And remember to hit the notification bell so every time I post a video you can know right away. Subscribe, 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 subscribe. What's up, my YouTube friends, viewers, subscribers, team gang, everybody? Welcome back to another banger motivational video. Let's get it. Stop being too available. Number one, that's unattractive. Number two, that's proof in fact that you ain't doing nothing with yourself. Live in fact, because if somebody can call you up at any time in the day and you're available, it shows that you're doing nothing with yourself, and it shows that you're chasing absolutely nothing. I don't know, from my perspective, I think being way too available is like you're not chasing anything. That's just how I see it. Because if you got a regular job, you're dedicated to your regular job. And if you're chasing something, then you're fully focusing on something. I'm not saying you have to be killer busy where you ain't got no time for nothing. But I'm the type of person. You see, if I go somewhere with someone, it can't be at the drop of a call. Me? No. Because every day of the week, there's something for me to do. So with that being said, in order for me to go somewhere with someone, that has to be planned. So I can say, okay, next week or tomorrow or 2 days from now, it has to be planned. So if somebody can literally call you at the drop of a hat or drop of something and call you and you pick up, that's like literally fact right there. You're doing absolutely nothing. And from my perspective, I think that's unattractive. Nothing's more attractive than when somebody's focusing on themselves. They're building themselves, they're chasing after something, they want something. In my opinion, I think that's okay. I find that very attractive. But stop being too available. That shows you do nothing, like you literally do nothing on your own time. Literally. People that know me personally know that they can't call or text me like during the day because I got work to do. Every day, 7 days a week, there's something for me to do. Because me, I live my life on a schedule. So every day at a certain time, I should be doing something. So with that being said, if I'm doing something now, then my phone is on flight mode, like now. So nobody can get through to me until I'm done. Oh, but that's not safe. What if something happened? Everybody's adults. Everybody's fully aware of what they're doing. Do not put yourself out at risk and try to call somebody else to fix your problem. That's not being selfish. That's called being responsible. Because people think, oh, if you put your phone on do not disturb or flight mode, you're selfish. No. If you get up and you go somewhere and you're a grown person, you need to be responsible when you carry yourself somewhere. Don't rely on somebody else that's doing something for themselves to come and save you or help you. Life don't work like that. But as I was saying, not the point. Stop being too available, bro. You need to stop it. Me, I find a female that's working on herself, getting some money, chasing some dream. That's, I don't know about you, but from my perspective, that's a very attractive female right there. Female getting her money, that's her own money. Not say depending on somebody else, because a woman still need a man. Doesn't matter how strong she gets, because she will have emotional breakdowns and whatnot. But a female getting herself together and trying, I find that very attractive. And as a man, if you as a female, you can call a guy at 2 o'clock in the morning, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he pick up the phone and he got time to come there, and that wasn't planned to meet up with you, then that man is doing nothing with themselves. Because men that are chasing after something should be sleeping at that time. Unless it's like an emergency where he have to get up and run, and that's a totally different story. But if you can, as a female, you can text a guy and he can, if you say, oh, I can't sleep and blah 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 blah, can you come and hang out with me, blah 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 blah, at that time, that man is doing nothing with himself. It may sound harsh, but that's just how it is. Because men that are chasing after something, we eat at a certain time, we sleep at a certain time, we work at a certain time, we're in the gym at a certain time. Every day we do stuff at a certain time. So if you can call somebody off schedule and they can run to you, don't think that person is like running to you because you're number one top priority. They're running to you because they rather come where you are instead of being where they are. So that being said, if someone is at home bored alone and you say, oh hey, let's hang out, or hey, let's go do this, like just like that, not planned, then there's a problem. You may think, oh no, when I call them they show up. No, 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 that person doing absolutely nothing. That's why whenever you go somewhere with them, you're the one paying for everything, because they are not getting no money. Because if a person is working, you can't get them at a certain time. So you're telling me you call somebody and you guys hang out for 5-6 hours. That person never once said, oh, I got work the next day, or I just came home from work, or I was in the middle of something when you call. Absolutely nothing. They come and they show up and they're there for 5, 6, 7, 8 hours. That's the time you can take to go get a job. And most women think a guy that's like available like that, most like girls, I'm not gonna say females, because females is like grouping everybody together, because there's women and then there's girls. Girls think that's attractive because, oh, he give me attention, he always got time for me. So he got all the time in the world for you, but he ain't got no time to go out there and better himself. That man can't do nothing for you. If you're a woman, female I should say, if you're a female and a guy's way too available, that man can't do nothing for you. Because if he was like, say you call him at any time, any day, like everyone is on their phone, so everyone's gonna pick up the phone. But if you call that guy any day and that guy mentioned nothing about doing any, even if it's not even an emergency, like you just call to say, hey, what's up, what you doing? And he's like, oh, I'm just chilling, blah blah blah. That man doing nothing with himself, unless he's working and then you did that on his day off while he's relaxing, and that's a totally different story. But if you can call a guy 7 days a week, 7 different times, and you get the same answer that he's available, garbage. That man's a bum. That man's doing absolutely nothing with himself. So females, I know you guys think, oh, if he gives me attention, he loves me. A guy that give you too much attention is bad for you. That's why most females put themselves in situations and then boom, everything's a disaster, everything is this, everything is that. And you guys think, oh, he give me a lot of attention, he see nobody but me. That man need to be fixing himself, because a man that's way too available for you, not saying you can't, there's a difference from being way too available and like communicating with boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, partners and whatnot. That's a totally different story, because you guys must have time, where you guys can like sit down, talk on the phone or hang out. There's time frame. So think about it, if you're a female or a guy and you're working and you're with somebody that's not working, they want to hang out with you more than how you really want to hang out with them, because you want to work. So if you were a man and a girl and you guys both working and the schedule isn't lined up, the most you guys could do is talk on the phone. You guys can't, like, say, meet up more often because you guys both have stuff. I find that a very healthy relationship when both people getting some money in order to build a future together. And then you got girls thinking, oh, he talked to me on the phone for 4 hours. Garbage. Anybody that can talk to you on the phone for 4 hours, there's a problem. That's 4 hours they could spend getting some money. It may sound harsh, but that's just the truth. Anyone that's too available, they ain't doing nothing with themselves, and I recommend you don't be in no relationship with them. I recommend you don't put yourself around them, because if a person is broke and you go around them, then it's either that person is gonna go get some money with you, or you're gonna end up being broke the same as them. That's one of the reasons why mostly females, they date up, because they want mature guys, because females are more mature than guys from a very young age, so they always date up, but guys always date down. Some guys date up depending on if you possess the ability, but not the point. Well, you guys know exactly what I'm trying to say, because like in the dating world, it's sort of different from men. Like some men have the ability to date women above his age and also below, but females, you only got one option, and that's to date guys that are more mature than them and older than them. So with that being said, a girl that's 19, she won't want to date a guy that's 19. Because a female that's 19 is way mature. Her body's already mature. She probably learned how to get paid and learn how to do stuff. A guy that's mature, that guy have no idea who he is, what he's doing, where to get some money from. No idea. That's why he's available. But the older you get, the more you'll come to realize that a person, now I'm not saying busy, but a person that's always working, that's a person that sponsored dreams and goals on you. That's why if you're broke and you find somebody that's getting some money, they make you also want to get some money once you're around them and you see just how it is. Because a lot of people don't really know the value of money. I don't know why. A lot of people don't crave it. They always say, oh, money is the root of all evil, depending on how you use it. Because you can use money to make your area as comfortable as you can. So you get not a lot of nice stuff, you put it down and you lay down in a nice bed, you watch a nice TV, you drive a nice car, you have a nice house, everything is nice for you, your fridge all stocked up. So how is that the root of all evil? But also not the point. You can't be too available. I don't know, bro. Me, I'm the type of guy. You see, if I'm, say, starting a relationship, I will not say start a relationship, but if someone's trying to like see me or do something with me, I'm the type of guy to check what they're doing. Not say directly, but I'll be like, so how was today? Like any friend or whatever, or girls trying to talk to me or whatever, I'm the type of guy to see what they do. So if they're trying to talk to me, hey, blah 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 blah, how was that? I'll be like, so how was your weekend, or how was this day, or how was that day? If I say that 3 or 4 times within the same week and it's the same response, that's proof in fact to me that that girl ain't getting no money. And the same thing goes for guys. Because if you're a woman and you see a guy and you like him, and you're a girl that's getting your money and you probably like the guy based off how he present himself, you may not know that he's broke. And then you like him and then you're like, oh, so what you do today? Oh, I was just chilling. You talk the next day, and then the other day is like, oh, what did you do yesterday? Oh, I was just chilling. Oh, what you do today? Oh, I'm just chilling. That's 3 days back to back. And then as 2 days go by, you say the same thing. Oh, just chilling. That person is bad for you. If a person is way too available and they're not working on themselves, you're gonna be at risk. And then you will have everything you work so hard to get at risk. This is why a lot of people go in relationships and move in and everything crumble. Too available for everything else but themselves. You can't be available for everybody else and you didn't take the time to sit down and worry about yourself. So you're telling me you sit down and you, as soon as somebody call, the phone ring once, then you answer, they're like, oh, I'm gonna go do this, boom, you're gone. 9 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours, sometimes even 14 hours. You're like, oh, I will sleep over, blah 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 blah. All that time you could have get up, went to work, came back, ate dinner, drink some drinks, eat some snacks, watch some TV, boom, right at bed, wake up to go to work the next day. So you can spend 14 to 16 hours doing garbage instead of working for 8 hours. And then you guys that are like dragging them, because maybe you enjoy the company, I don't know. But you guys think, oh, they're always up when I call them, whenever I need something, they're there. No, that person is too available and they're bringing nothing in your life. So that's why people that are working on themselves, they tend to be around with other people that are also working on themselves. And the older you get it, is the more you'll come to realize. Because when I was younger, I've been working even before I came to, I've been getting paycheck, I would say paid, since I was probably 16 years old. I was getting paid. So I learned how to get paid. Regular job. Don't think, oh, no, regular job. So with that being said, you will have friends and family and everybody else trying to say, oh, we should do this, but you can't. Because priority come first. You come first. You may think, oh, my kid come before me, my husband come before me, my wife come before me, my mom come before me. No. You're living your life backwards. And don't say, oh, I'm doing this for the, no. Whatever you do in life, you do it for yourself in order for you to share it with people around you. That's living fact. A lot of people think, oh, I'm doing this so I can support my family. I'm doing this so I can support my mom, support my brother, my sister, my husband, my wife. No. That's an excuse. You're trying to make something up. Whatever you do, you're doing it for yourself. So with that being said, that's why relationships nowadays are not working, because people are way too available. You guys have no idea how attractive that is. Unattractive, I should say. That's way unattractive. A person that's not, like, how can you wake up every day and you can call somebody up and that person never said, oh, not right now, but give me an hour, give me 2 hours. You know what I mean? Like, you can call a person up right now and they answer, and it's not an emergency. Because don't get me wrong, you can be at work and then you call somebody, be like, oh, this happened, and they're like, oh, I gotta leave work and go right away. And that's a totally different story. But being too available, I don't know, bro. I think I was raised different. I strongly think if a person is too available, they're not working on themselves, and that's unattractive, because that person is bringing nothing towards you, whether mentally or physically. I'm not going to say financially, because I think everybody should have their own money, but they're not sponsoring anything, especially for females. As females dating a guy that's too available, he's not doing anything for you. So if you go get up and you go be with him, maybe you like him, blah 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 blah, he can't, what's it called? He can't grow with you because he's doing absolutely nothing for himself. So in order for you to be in a like strong relationships where you guys are like pulling together, the woman have to be up and running and the guy have to be up and running. It's like a seesaw. The moment one fall off, it go like this or it go like this. That's just life. But stop being too available. All that time you take going to go do nonsense, you need to sit down and use your time to say, you know what? I can spend 10 hours at friend's house, or I can spend 10 hours at the beach, or I can spend 10 hours doing absolutely garbage. So why can't you go get a job? And especially for guys, females, let me tell you something. If you're seeing a guy and you're a female that's like getting some money, you know, you were raised to be independent and you were raised to go out there and grind, and you want to settle with a guy that's too available and getting some and not getting no money, then that's a problem. I know for a fact when you guys are like, females on a whole crave attention, but you crave the wrong attention and boom, everything you have goes sideways. Never you settle for less. Keep grinding. If you're a female that's hustling, it's better you find somebody that's also hustling. Because a guy, if you're a woman, it's hard for you to be with a guy that's not hustling, because you're expecting the guy to like be more mature, have more than you, because female on a whole gravitate to guys that's above them. I don't know why, but females always crave the most elite guy in the room. That's just life. But guys, if he ain't getting no money, that's a bad sign. Any man that don't want to better himself, he don't want to get no money, he don't want to start no dream, he don't want to be in the airport, he don't want to be in the bank, he don't want to live comfortable, he don't want nothing, then why are you spending so much time with that man and he's doing absolutely nothing for you? Because you want attention? No. The wrong attention can get you 3 kids and no baby daddy. That's life. That's life. So with that being said, you have to if you're trying to date people, you have to think of the ones that you go out with. Or even if you go out one time, you talk to them on the phone and then you decide before you go deeper in the relationship. Because females, I'm telling you, if a guy is too available, he ain't getting no money. A female, on the other hand, can say go to work and come home and hang out with guys, but a guy need to be up and running. If he ain't up and running, that's a bad sign for you. And I would say it's already a bad sign for him. But if that man ain't getting up and doing stuff, it's a bad sign for you, my friend. Being too available, no. I strongly recommend people not be too available. Because, like, say, like, it's okay if you go somewhere, you got to plan to go somewhere. You can't just get up and you wake up and you look around and you go, oh, what am I doing today? Oh, I got nothing to do. Oh, let me go see that. No. People that do that have nothing to do. So I don't know how females find guys attractive that's not doing nothing for themselves. Like in the opposite, it's a guy can be with someone that's like don't know what she's doing and help her get there. Because a female will say evolve depending on the type of guy that she's around. That's life and fact right there. But females that are grounded gonna go be with a guy that's like no idea what he's doing. The only thing you're bringing is trouble on yourself. And then he's already all the way down, then he's gonna drag you down with him all because he's too available. You may think he got time, but in reality, he got all the time in the world. That's because he's doing nothing with himself. So I would recommend you need to stop being available. Or too available, sorry. Stop being too available. All the time you take going all over the place, you can literally sit down, look within yourself, figure out what's going on with yourself. Stop going all over the place with everybody else. Stop wasting your time. Stop distracting yourself from figuring out yourself. Hope you guys still understand that. But as I'm saying, you need to sit down and look within yourself and figure yourself out. I don't want to hear, oh, I can't be home by myself. I can't do this by myself. No. No. All that time you take being available for everybody else, you can use the same time to figure out what you're doing and move forward with yourself. Go get a job if you're unemployed. Go do something with yourself. And then you plan and then you go out together. You don't think that way's better? You don't think it's better when you get up? Because let me tell you something. People hang around with people that they find interesting. You know what I mean? So if you are broke, you find other people that are broke probably interesting. And then you sit down and you look at people going to work every day and then you're like, oh, he's going to work, blah, 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 blah. People that are working, they're not going to sit down and hang around people that are broke. Because even if they're your friends, you getting some money, you can't hang out with those friends anymore because you spend most of your time at work. And then your coworker may say, oh, let's go get a drink, or let's go to the club, or let's go do something. You're going to go with your coworker because your coworker's probably working with you, obviously, and getting some money. But if your friends that are broke say, oh, we should do this, you're going to be like, yeah, I don't think I can do that. Because the first thing that's going to go through your head is you're going to be paying for everything. Which, in fact, if you go out with your coworker, is either you can pay, or they can pay, or you guys split 50-50 and make it easy for everybody. That's life. Stop being too available. And let me say it one more time. That's unattractive. If I can call you up, and not saying I can, because I'm not saying I'm a busy guy, but I'm always working on something. I don't know what or why, but there's always something for me to do. Like how I make these videos, there's always something for me to say, or something for me to try, or something for me to do, or something going on that I get up and I go out there to go vlog or something. Oh, there's always something for me to do. So I'm the type of guy, if it's not in the direction of where I'm heading, then I probably won't do it. Unless it's like a New Year's or a birthday or, like celebration, then I'll probably say, you know what, let's go get a drink or let's go do something. Like we work hard for the whole year. We must can celebrate at least one day. That's fine. But every single day, bro, unattractive. And female, listen to me again. If you're seeing a guy and that guy's available every day and you don't say go get a job or get something, you are just as bad as him. Because a man was designed to get his own, or even not get his own, but a man was designed to want to have his own. Sorry, I said that backwards, because when you buy a house together, then it's both of you. But a guy was designed to chase after something, get something, never settle for less. So the more money he get, the more money he wants. The more, like having a dream, when you hit one target, then all of a sudden you start aiming for the next one. When you achieve one goal, because let me tell you something, when you set a goal, when a man set a goal, it's like a long-term goal. It's like, I want to do this from now till 5 years. But in order for him to complete that long-term goal, he need a couple of short-term goals in order to get there. Boom. And then you as a female, he's always available. He's doing nothing with himself. You can call him at any day and he's available. Of course he's available because he's doing absolutely nothing. And females that are doing nothing is the same thing. A guy that's working can call her up at any day, and then she's like, oh, but you have to come pick me up, or blah, 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 blah. You guys know the game already. So with that being said, if a person is too available, they're doing nothing with themselves. So you guys that are too available that are watching me, I strongly recommend all that time you take going all over the place and doing everything with everybody else. No, sit down, look within yourself, figure yourself out, and know what it is that you're strong at, and go start a career, go start a dream. Because let me tell you something, we're getting older, and the older you get, the more your life should be easier. So if you notice that you're getting older and your life seems a bit harder, that's because you weren't working from a very, not say young age, but you didn't start. So if you're in your 20s right now, when you're almost 30 and you feel like your life is a mess, that's because in your early, like 18, 19, you weren't working. So you ain't got no investment. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got no savings. You ain't got no car. You ain't got nothing. But that's because you waste all your time being available for everybody else. Then boom, those people notice that being too available, now everyone's working until they're 60 and 70. That's just how it is. So if you didn't know then, you know now. Stop being too available. That's way too unattractive for people like me that are focusing on something. I'm telling you, bro. I don't know. You guys may think I'm wrong. We have different preferences, but from my point of view, I think a person that's too available, they're doing nothing with themselves. And how can you get up every day, day by day, day in and day out, and you're doing nothing with yourself? Like every day? Bro, I don't know if it's me, but I find that very unattractive. Nothing's more attractive than when a female's getting up, getting some money, getting her bag, pushing forward. That's an attractive woman right there, because she got a mindset. No brain, unattractive. And if you're too available, obviously you ain't got no brain. Because if you had a brain, then you would think to go better yourself. Because no matter what situation that you're in, there's always a step above that. No matter how much money you got, there's always one step above that. So how you sitting down and you never consider once to go fix yourself or go better yourself or go start something for yourself? You're available for everybody else but yourself. Bro, I find that very, very, very unattractive. Very. No joke. So, I hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Stop being too available. Stay by yourself. Look within yourself. Do something for yourself. So when you're older, it's easier. Because like I said, the older you get, the easier your life should be. Because you're going to end up being 30 and then your mama kick you out. Then you're gonna need you can't move nowhere because there's no investment, there's no savings, there's nothing. You're gonna need a bed to sleep on, you're gonna need a couch, you're gonna need everything. Then boom, you're working till you're 60. You can't take no vacation, you can't go nowhere, you can't see the world because you live your whole life in debt, all because you were too available for everybody else when you were younger. And those people that you were available for, maybe they were working on themselves, and on their spare time they call you, because people really do that. They work on themselves, and then when they're free they call others, then they go somewhere. People will call you up once they're done with their stuff. That's life. So you need to work on yourself, fix yourself, and when your friend calls you up, you guys plan to go somewhere. They're working on themselves, you work on yourself, you guys plan together and go celebrate. Stop being too available. Trust me. Trust me. That's how you end up being 60 and you still got debt. And you can't even retire because even when you're getting, what's it called, pension, if you get pension, you still can't afford nothing, so you still got to work for somebody else. That's just life. Stop being too available. Fix yourself, work on yourself, focus on yourself, make yourself better every day, day by day. Hope this message was useful for some of you guys. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned. I will be back doing more stuff. You go enjoy the rest of your day. I'm out. And don't forget to follow me on social media. I post daily on them.